This is the vocabulary list for lesson 110 in signing naturally. So we're going to start with the sign for stand. On your non-dominant hand, you want just a flat hand shape. Your dominant hand will have a 2, and this is actually going to represent legs. So you're going to stand this way. Stand. Stand. Dance is similar. You want your non-dominant hand to just have your palm facing up with a flat hand shape. Your dominant hand this time has a K hand shape. So it's not a V, it's a K. Put your thumb on your knuckle on your middle finger. Again, your fingers represent legs. And so you come back and forth this way. Dance. The next sign is jump. So you're going to start like you're signing stand, only your little legs jump. Okay, jump. Turn around. So one hand shape's pointing at each other. Turn around. Window. So flat hand shapes, palms facing you. Dominant hand will be on top because it will move. Window. Door, kind of like a B hand shape, but your thumbs kind of come out just a little bit. Not flat against your palm, but out just a little. Okay. And then you're going to put your hands at a 90-degree angle so that you are looking at a 90-degree angle. Okay. So your dominant hand should be facing forward. Your non-dominant hand should be facing sideways. The palm should be facing forward and the palm should be facing sideways. Sorry. Okay. And then you move your dominant hand repeatedly. Door. Lights, like the physical lights, not the light that's coming out of them. You want an 8 hand shape and you're going to flick your chin under your chin. Lights. Chair. You want 2 U hand shapes, palms facing down. Your non-dominant hand will just stay there, not move. Your dominant hand is going to actually bend a little bit because again, these represent legs. And you sit on the chair, all right? Repeat with your dominant hand the motion, all right? Chair. Book, 2 closed 5 hand shapes. Put them together this way, like you're reading a book. And then you open a couple of times. A few times. Book. Paper is 2 flat hand shapes. And then you want your non-dominant hand with your palm facing up, your dominant hand with your palm facing down. And the movement, you're going to hit your palms together, but the movement goes toward your shoulder, okay? Paper. Okay, so back towards your shoulder. Paper. The next sign on this list is sit. So remember, chair has a movement. Sit doesn't. Sit. Sit. It's the difference between a noun and a verb in ASL. The next sign is read. So pretend like you have your book again. And then with your dominant hand, you use a V hand shape to represent eyes, and you come up and down your book or your newspaper or whatever you have. Okay. Read. Look at. Look at is a directional sign, so it depends on what you're looking at. So you want a V hand shape with your palm down, and usually your wrist bends a little bit here. And then it just depends on what you're looking at. If I'm looking at you, it goes this way. If I'm looking over there, looking over my shoulder, looking at the ceiling, you just point your eyes at whatever you're looking at. The next sign is crumple. So start with 2 bent 5 hand shapes and just act like you're wadding something up. Crumple. Throw. So you start with an S hand shape and you end with an H hand shape. Throw. Oops, sorry. Throw. If you are crumpling up something and like you're throwing it like this, you start with an S and you just open all the way to a 5. Throw or throw. All right, the next sign is turn on lights. So you start with two squished O hand shapes, palms facing down. Open them to turn the lights on, close them to turn the lights off. Turn lights on, turn lights off. And that's the next sign on our list as well. To open an object, you open or open, and then you can close it or close it, depending on what it is. If you're closing an envelope or something, it would go this way. Tree, that's an iconic sign, tree. And then the last sign on this list is break or broken. So you start with two S hand shapes and you put them together and you break them in half. Now this refers to breaking something literally, like if you break a bone or break a pencil. This does not refer to something like going on spring break. That's literal. This is literal. And going on a break is a different sign because it's a different idea. Okay, that is lesson 110 vocabulary from Signing Naturally.